Okay, I'm here in Whitstable, Kent, England, on the coast of England. Finished a class on Sunday, self-actualization class, my favorite class, and got talking about various and sundry things, of course, in the class. One of the things, I've been a natural physician for years, and I guess kind of the inspiration for this video is when Richard said that he had no idea what I was talking about, or he knew what kinesiology was, but until he explored applied kinesiology, he didn't get that it was a diagnostic system, and it's something that I've been involved in for 30 years and involved in natural health care longer than that. When I was in chiropractic college, I did some research into the impact, effectiveness, and toxicity of immunizations. And I went home and I said to my mom, if I do have kids, I will not vaccinate them. And she said, if you do not vaccinate them, I will steal them and take them and have them vaccinated. I've seen children with polio. And I said, if you steal my children and vaccinate them, I said, you will have that fewer grandchildren. I said, I will disown you. And she said, do you feel that strongly? And I said, well, yeah, I've looked at it. I've looked at vaccinations. In the facility I worked at this weekend, last year, one of my clients is in the British military, and I've been noticing him getting more and more toxic and been concerned because he's a relatively young man in his 40s. And I finally said to him, where are you getting all this toxicity? What's happening? Well, there was another gentleman who had been in the military and was out in private security industry, and he said, jabs, immunizations. And the gentleman being interviewed said, yep. He said, that's possible. He said, if they are toxic, he said, I'm sure getting a bunch of them. Whenever he goes to a new country, they just stab him and let him go. And so I strongly suggested a detox, a very strong detox, metals, parasites. He said for about 2 weeks he thought he was going to die. And he's lost weight, he's exercising, looking good. So I think it worked. But along those lines, there was a client, a lady in the class, and she has some disabilities, and I'm looking at her and I said to her, you know, have you ever considered doing some sort of a detox, heavy metal, parasite cleanse, thing like that? She said, well, why would I need to do a detox? Now, I'm talking to a middle-aged plus woman with a mouthful of amalgam fillings. For 30 years, I've looked at the impact of mercury in the system. It is not healthy for the system. In fact, it is downright unhealthy. And yet they're still putting it in people's mouths and saying, oh, it's not a problem, or it's controversial. So I said, you know, first of all, just the amalgams in your system, not to even look at all the rest of the things that are on the planet now that could need detoxifying. But I'm going to do a few videos on this thing of detoxification and parasite cleanses. I think as a preventative measure, it's one of the most significant things you can do to enhance your health and perpetuate good health. And I'm going to try to simplify things if I can, because her question brought me right here. It's like, well, why would I need a detox? And to me, it's so obvious. What is kinesiology? To me, it's so obvious. It's a muscle testing method that has been abused like any other good method as well, too, but that is extremely effective in its diagnostic capabilities and fixing things. So we'll do a few of these, www.micpeakperformance.com.